warriors. We have an American crisis on our hands. We have spoken about it. We have spoken so many times about this, but you know what? It is time to speak about it 24/7, 365, because frankly, I am tired of Apple. Yes, the company Apple getting away with not protecting our kids in any way, shape, or form. So, a brand new article broke in the Wall Street Journal. Sextortion scams involving Apple messages ended in tragedy, and it focuses on a couple of teenage boys because criminals exploit. I'm going to repeat this again like a broken record. I'm going to say this is a national crisis directed. There is a war on for our teenage boys, and we all need to listen up and listen good because criminals are exploiting the trust teens have in iPhone messaging. And they're using the platform to make relentless demands for money. And this Wall Street, great big shout out to Julie Jargon, a Wall Street Journal. She writes a lot of good, important, informational articles about digital safety, kids, everything we need to know as parents, adults, guardians to protect our kids. I'm going to go heavy in from today forward. There is a war on for our children because I, for one, am so tired of marching on Congress, marching in my state capital, Albany, of talking about these issues, Xing, tweeting, Facebooking, coming together in coalition groups. We know what's going on. Big tech is not held accountable. I ask you why. So please join me in understanding. We cannot create change until we understand what is going on. This excellent article by Julie Jargon focuses on Shannon Heacock, who told her, just listen to this, told her 16-year-old son Elijah to go to bed early one night in February, and because he had a playoff game the next day, and a basketball playoff game, and she was the coach for the high school cheer team. And here's what happened. So at 10:24 that night, he went to bed, and he said, I'll see you in the morning, and blah, blah, blah. And she went to bed that night, and her daughter woke her up sometime later. She found her brother, Elijah, her twin brother, bleeding in the laundry room from what turned out to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and he died the next morning. Now, what happened there? Seemingly, a boy, a teen, texting goodnight to his mom, see you in the morning. In the hour prior to his death, when they reviewed his phone, he had exchanged more than 150 text messages on his iPhone, Apple, everybody, with someone else, a criminal demanding $3,000 if Elijah did not send this money. The person said he would share a nude image of the teen with friends and family. The mom believes this was an AI-generated image. Okay, let's review what happened here. We know with this sextortion, extorting somebody for money, and we have made it so easy because platforms like Apple, maybe they censor you and me about a subject matter, and they don't seem to be censoring anybody about sextortion or any kind of predation upon our children. But it is often outside of the United States. There are huge warehouses set up, tables set up, computer after computer, aisles of these things where their full-time job is sextorting American teen boys, usually in middle-class and well-to-do neighborhoods because they figure these boys are able to pay them. So they pose as teenage, a story as old as time, which is why you got to talk to your kids. You got to know what's going on. Could be a 50-year-old man posing as a teenage girl, befriending teen boys on social media, then pushing the conversation to Snapchat, and they ask for their phone numbers for texting and more. This all happens within a couple of hours. They get them to open up, really, because remember, we live in this society that everybody's showing their dinner and what I ate and what I did and where I live, but now they've gotten their phone number. So they push to get away from any of the social media platforms, like let's continue the conversation privately. And kids still think, for the most part, like DMs and things are private. They really do. Or they think Snap, it disappears, it's supposed to disappear after 10 seconds or something. Just remember, a reminder, anything put online is there forever. But let's go back to the criminals that I'm tired of talking about, and Apple as one platform, really a major offender, okay, allowing this, right? They get the phone number, and then the texting begins. They have this private chat. Before you know it, the girl, the supposed girl, as I do air quotes, sends a video of herself nude. And she then encourages the boy to do it back. So usually the girl sends it first, the fake girl, and the boy sends it back. And Apple's messaging apps have become so appealing to build trust that law enforcement says, this is just what's going on and nobody's stopping it. But that's where we have to break what's going on. And the other thing is, as Elijah's mom points out, she believes this image is AI generated because they're also now with AI, artificial intelligence. They're not even waiting for a nude image. They're just taking that child, that teen, that young person's head and putting it on a nude body and then threatening them. Okay. They demand money. It's always about money. And if they don't get paid, listen, I'm here to say we have lots of cases, even when they do get paid, it keeps increasing, right? And children are still harming themselves. It's not like they're going to get paid and they're going away, right? $3,000. And this child killed himself. So in 2024, more than 5,000 sextortion cases were reported by the public to NCMEC, and that is the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children, and 34% involved texting in the phone's built-in messages apps, as opposed to WhatsApp or Snapchat. So the rate is rising, escalating. And the first 3 months of this year, 2025, 38% of the more than 2,000 public reported sextortion cases involving texting. So again, it's that private phone number. And they're getting away with it, these criminals, so they're going to keep doing it. And again, it will escalate. And since the vast majority of teens use iPhones, reports of about 91% of teens have an iPhone. Did you hear me? 91%. Most interactions likely took place in Apple's messages. And of course, Apple, when called out, declined to provide a statement, but offered information about its child safety tools described below. Look, we know, we've been down the road. We've had congressional hearings. We have had campaigns. Listen, they put profit over the safety of our children. And the iPhone messages app is harder to ignore than a social media app. Teens can block people from calling or texting, but unless they change their numbers, they can't hide from these well-seasoned, persistent criminals. And sextortion scammers gather so much personal information from social media, and then they use the area code. Remember, they're very savvy to guess a location, making their threats even more palpable. We also have in this article, which I'll put in the body of this video, 15-year-old David Gonzalez Jr. This is horrific, demanding $200. Junior killed himself. Junior was gone. Dustin Stewart, a detective, tells us teens and parents report online sextortion every day of the week. We cannot keep up with it. Can you imagine this? So we have to teach our kids. What's the takeaway? You do not trust anybody. Senders who come through iMessage. I get a lot of them. You can make $200 an hour for picking up phones. If they're getting through to me with all my security features, they are definitely getting through to others, including our vulnerable kids. Teens just are more trusting. Remember, their brains aren't fully developed. They're impulsive, right? And so they act out like, okay, it'll be fine. I know what I'm doing. Predators are trusting that that's the thinking. And, there's so many things going on here. It is unbelievable. And then we have the story of Jack Sullivan. He was 20 years old. Sophomore in college, enjoying his life according to friends and family. And this happened, traced the crime to Nigeria, and that is a hot spot for all of this. Working with law enforcement is what they tell me. Most of it's coming out of Nigeria. It's a main business for them, sextorting American teen boys. Can you believe this? So I know about it. We know about it. Law enforcement knows about it. We got to shut it down. And we also learned that Jack had paid already $3,200 over the course of 15 hours, but they kept pushing. And they break the kids. Can you imagine? So it's just like I said, no matter how much you pay them. So what are we going to do? It's tough, but let's face reality. Number one, open and honest communication with our kids that these things are going on. You have to address it. You have to know about it, number one. Number two, you are never to communicate. You ignore them. You go to a trusted adult. your guardian, your parent, and you tell them this is occurring. Everybody's got to get over embarrassment. We can't have, look what happened to Jack. You already gave them $3,200. And it was in 100 and 200 and $500 increments, and they weren't stopping. And he just gave up. They psychologically damage these kids and young adults. And so we must come together and say, enough, we're not having this, and talk about it. We're not giving up our children, giving up monies, giving up. I am tired of it. I'm angry today. And you should be too, because we have been fighting Apple tooth and nail. Why is this happening? But let me repeat. Honest and open communication. Keep an eye on what your children are doing. Talk to them that this is happening. Talk to them that if somebody approaches them, they come to you right away. And you as the adult are to report this and make a paper trail, 911. You are then supposed to go to cybertipline.org. That is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Hand them the case. They will take it from there. Do not erase any images and think it's going to go away. These criminals are persistent. They will get to your child. We cannot have children killing and harming themselves. I'm tired of it, and you should be too. This is the United States of America. United. So let us all come together. Let us say enough. Let us protest this. Let us demand from Apple. Right now, I just got back from Washington. We worked this past week on the App Store Accountability Act, and that is for Apple. Because remember, they have the App Store. Most kids are on 40 apps a day on their iPhones. There are 800,000 App Store developers. The ratings, for the most part, on many of these apps, which parents trust, and why wouldn't you? Because we do have ratings for years, right? For movies, streaming shows now, which are pretty much accurate, right? They all have little bylines, like, sexual situations, smoking, anything. We don't have anything for the Apple App Store. Why is that? We have ratings that will say 4+, 8+, 12+, but yet when we did studies recently, most of those apps are misrated and they contain content that children should not be seeing. But parents, busy, overwhelmed, no, it says 8+ and my 9-year-old wants it. I'm going to get it for him. We need to do better. The App Store Accountability Act, I'm also going to be listing in the body of this video along with this article from Wall Street Journal. Kudos to them for covering these issues. Let us press, let us find out. I want you to get involved. We need all the warriors to step up. When I say this is crisis, I'm saying this is crisis because right now with AI just lurking all around us, you heard what I said. Not only are they demanding images now, they'll just take a face from Facebook, put it on the body, and then sextort that child. We're not going to have it. Please honor our hashtag Community Creates Change. Always follow lynswarriors.org. Reach out if you need to ask questions, lynn@lynswarriors.org. I'll have some of those take actions, cybertipline.org, always 911. Let us once and for all stop this. So as I fight in Washington for all of you, I need you to help me. Power in numbers. Our children, enough is enough. Help us at the Warriors Create Change. Help us in Washington with so much going on. Stay on top of this topic because it is a matter of life and death. And when you wake up each and every day, go out and be a warrior.